For more great content, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
Hey everyone, Tyler Fion Fire Erzberger here with Top Tier, your weekly video game show where grown-ass adults fight over arbitrary rankings that don't matter in the end. Today we have a very special Valorant episode for you. We have Danny Appleford, we have Colin McNeil, and we have our resident Riot Games skin expert, Nicholas Ray here, along with Lexi, the queen of the tier on the sticks. And today, folks, we're running something back. You guys had a lot of opinions on our IDs episode back in Masters Berlin, so we're rolling it back for the World Championship of Valorant, where we are going to be ranking all of the IDs of all the players at Champions this weekend. Any initial thoughts, anyone? Any fun quips you want to give us that Lexi can throw in before we start the shit, or are we just gonna roll in?
The first thing that I notice is there are a bunch of old ones, and I'm seeing so many new names here that I'm not looking forward to pronouncing.
Oh yeah. Luckily, I've watched Champions, so I know how to pronounce all these names now because I've been watching. But for Nick, who he's our League of Legends expert, he's in the lab doing all the League of Legends off-season news. I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching him try to pronounce some of these Southeast Asian names. So good luck with that. Good luck with that, Nick.
Yeah, I will need it.
So in today's episode, we are actually going to do this more streamlined, just so, Colin can't pick all the names he picked last time and just kind of do, the sequel version of just, him just going through the motions, like a Mission Impossible movie or a ScreaM movie. We're gonna make it so he just can't pick Bone Cold again and put him in the pantheon and do the same song and dance again. So
that was literally my plan, was to literally just copy, what I did before, because I still think... Spoiler alert, Bone Cold is S tier.
Yeah. So we're not going to do that today. So we are going to have a set lineup from 1 to 4. We're going to go from Bone Cold down to Sushi Boys in a row, meaning that we're just going to go from draft order 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, until we reach the end. And just so that Colin can't be first, I'm going to give Danny the honor as our, first time top tier guest be number 1. I will go number 2. Colin, as always, is the broad medalist of the show. He'll be going number 3, and Nick will round out as our anchor as number 4. So, Danny, you are up. Number 1, you are the first. Bone Cold, that is yours. Go with it.
All right, well, just to irritate Colin a little bit, Lexi, we're going to take Bone Cold, and we're going to put him in indifferent.
Oh, no.
That's so garbo. That is not even, the first thing you do on the show, Danny, your first appearance, literally the first sentence out of your mouth, you do that. If Yinsu were here, she would have my back too. This is not acceptable.
True.
Danny's acting out.
NA supremacy.
He's a rebellious teenager, man. He's just coming in, just he goes up to Colin's blocker, starts spray painting it, the principal's office. He's a bad boy. He doesn't care.
He literally just said NA supremacy. Yeah. I guess they have to have supremacy somewhere, so it's going to be names because it ain't on the server.
Okay. That one hurts a little too much, Colin.
I mean, it hurts me too. Trust me, it hurts me too.
Yeah, it's actually the only reason why 4 NA people are here because all the Europeans that we could get on this show are actually, too busy either doing the event or getting ready for the semifinals and finals. Spoiler, get a little peek behind the curtain when we're filming this for the actual, semifinals and finals of the event where no NA team is in. Very sad for us, but Bone Cold and indifferent. I'm sure Colin will be saving that at the end of the day. He still has the executive order. I'm up with cNed. Last time, this was a point of debate last time. This was really a sticking point between me and Insu, and she put him in the pantheon, and I think she was the only one who was really very strongly behind it. cNed is, he's a superstar. He's one of the best in the game. He's a legend in the making. I've come around a lot on the name, through watching so many matches of his in the big clutches. It sticks with you, even if you don't think it's a great name off the bat, just because it's repetition, it's Stockholm syndrome. So even though I'm not going to put him in the pantheon, I do think it's a great nickname. I do think it's short, sweet. It rolls off the tongue well. I think it's great. I think it's a great ID. Not Pantheon for me though.
It's definitely grown on me since the last time we brought it up.
Yes, the capital N. Like I'm a little bit more like relaxed on like the the grammar. Like I'm okay with some a little bit of capitalizations here and there. No Davi where his name was a algebra problem. I'm still not okay with that. But if you want to throw a random cap in there, I'm okay with that. And I think cNed looks clean, so I'm putting it great. Colin, you're up with Keylez.
Oh, right. I thought it was gonna be Nick for some reason. Yeah, Keylez, man, I think one of the issues with this name is that if you haven't heard it yet, everyone kind of has a different idea of how to pronounce it.
Isles.
For
Yeah.
sure.
This is what we talked about last time too. We had
Achilles.
like that same thing. Like I think Yinsu actually asked us all, how would you do it? And we had
did.
like slightly different answers.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really indifferent to me, like truly indifferent.
Yeah. I'm not. There's no hill I'm dying on for Keylez. I love the player, but for as a nickname, as an ID, we have to separate church from state, as I pronounced many times before in our previous episode. So like, just as an ID on a blank name, as we throw it out there into the ether, for tagging this to any player. Keylez for me is just like a shrug of the shoulders. Like, sure, it's a fine nickname. It's really the player.
That's right.
It's a name where the player makes it. Like, if you're an all-star player, Keylez can work, but it's not a name that like people who are like, if I show this to someone who's never watched esports before, they're not gonna be like, oh my god, Keylez, right? So
this is key. This is key for both you guys watching at home and about to flame us in the comments, and for Danny. We cannot confuse their performance, their personalities too much with their names. We can kind of take a little bit of it into account. But we got to be savage with these names.
Yeah. Like cNed, yes, it's been elevated a bit because of how great the player is, but I still think as like a short nickname, like I still think it's pretty clean. Like the big N does look kind of good. Like when you see it, spelled out, like as Lexi has done for all these tags. So I think the first three, I think Bone Cool might have gotten a bit. But we'll see.
I agree.
You're up, Nick, with Starkso.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Starkso, and it's going to the Shadow Realm because of that.
No,
it's
Starkso.
Yes, no, it's the O. It's the O for me. If it was maybe just like Starks, I could rate it. But Starkso, I don't know.
I feel like anyone with an X in their name like has to get some points just for that. It's pretty cool.
But I feel like the O takes like the coolness of having an X and it makes it kind of goofy,
Starkso.
Like,
hey guys, it's Starkso.
Starkso the clown.
You could read it as like star hugs and kisses,
Oh
Yeah.
no. That you just made it worse, actually.
God. Stars, X, and kisses, or Stars, Hugs, and Kisses just had the ace. Oh my god, he saved the round.
Star X and kisses. Will he have time to defuse? Yes, he does. Star X and kisses.
That's even worse. I need actually a real like analyst to say that on the desk. Star X hugs and kisses.
All right, so Danny, you're up. We are finishing off. The fun thing about this is we're going in team order, so we're ranking teams kind of like by chunk. So this is the last Ascend player. So Danny, how does Ascend wind up?
Well, it's not looking too good. Zeke, I mean, it's good. I like that it's short and simple, unlike Zeppa. But yeah, I'm gonna put in good because I like that it's a little original from like the American spelling of Zeke, where it's Zeke. But I'll take it. Yeah, it's good. It's middle of the road. Middle of the road.
I like
it. Yeah, I'm
acceptable. I would have put it in indifferent, but good is fine.
I like it. It's short. It's sweet. Player's awesome, but again, can't connect the two. But Zeke's having an amazing tournament right now in Champions, so it's good that he's in good. I feel fine with him in good. I have Leaf. Awesome. We're starting with C9 Blue. This is Pantheon. Leaf is Pantheon. It's a amazing name. It's a great ID. It's a great idea. Like if you show like Leaf just kind of brings a lot of like if you show this to a random person, like, oh, Leaf's a cool ID. It's like it gives you Pokemon vibes. You think of like Bulbasaur and all the great Pokemon there, and like it's just it's a clean name. There's no random capitalizations anywhere. He doesn't go there's no like big A in like Leaf. Like clean. It's simple. It's rememberable. Like it's a name that like if you ever play name Leaf pop off, like it's something that sticks in your name. And it's also like not a lot of L names in this list or in esports in general. So I like it. It's an original name. I don't really remember much least from other video games or any other esport. So yeah, I think it's Pantheon. It's an amazing name.
All right, I think that's what we did last time too, and you're right. It's very memorable for sure.
No, we didn't have Leaf last time. Leaf, this is the first timer of Leaf.
We didn't have Leaf.
No, he wasn't at Berlin.
We definitely
so.
discussed him.
I think
he was brought up
because of Heat, right? Because I think it's like Leaf, Heat, like the very
Okay.
4-letter like lowercase name. So
Well, in that case, yeah, he belongs there. I agree with that. Oh, I'm really disappointed because of this order. Like, I got the one name on this team that I don't really fancy too much. I mean, I think it's a team of like really cool names, but unfortunately, Mitch is not doing it for me. It's a person's name, and it's not even like like an exotic or like out there kind of name. It's just Mitch.
It's Mitch.
Like Mitch is like the mechanic who like works down the street. Like, oh yeah, I had to get my tires rotated. Like Mitch did it for me for like $50, you know? Like that's what Mitch is to me.
Wow. That's such an insult. I feel like, yeah, you have a mechanic's name as your in-game name.
Whoa, okay, I'll push back on that. I mean, being a mechanic is actually very challenging.
A leather jacket, a leather jacket, being all cool and suave and
no, real talk. Like working on engines and stuff is like really hard. You need to be educated in a practical way. I mean, it's definitely not like by any means like unskilled labor. It's very skilled. So
Pantheon, where we've taught ourselves into Pantheon.
Yeah, mechanics are awesome. I have an enormous respect for them. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
But I don't love Mitch. What I was trying to say is like Mitch is like the, he's like the bottom rung of the mechanics, right? He's like the intern at the body shop. You know what I mean? And the other mechanics are like, oh, Mitch did it again. He scratched a customer's car. It's gotta go Shadow Realm. I'm sorry, bye.
Oh wow.
Oh
sorry.
Dang. I was gonna say it would be a cool name for like a game where you're like a tank player or something, like a huge guy like Mitch. Like I can go with that. But
I just
he's a support
Leaf,
player.
Vanity, Zeppa, like these are sick. Like I'm partially influenced by like what's around him. I think you know as well.
Sure. Well, I'm going to put Vanity in the Pantheon.
Yep, easy.
It's just
it's great.
That's one of those names where like every time you play like a pub match, like everyone's like, "How'd you get that name?"
Yeah, it's
like,
sick.
It's good.
One of the 7 deadly sins. It's cool. It's easy to roll off the tongue.
When like a caster is like shouting it when you get like a 5K, like oh my god,
Vanity
5K.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's no. I don't think there's a debate here. Just
no, there is no debate. Let's move on. We all agree.
Moving on. This one I'm conflicted because I like the counterpart Zeta name better, and I hate that they're both on the same team.
Zeppa and Zeta.
Yeah.
I think that's
but you know
sick.
what?
I feel like it's like two deadly twins. You know?
Yeah. I will give you that. It is a cool name overall. I'm gonna put it in great.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, so they're like that's like a thing? Like they're not just on the same team, they're like buddies or something?
No, I mean they're buddies, but it's not they're not like there's no like connection there. It's just
I'm just making an anime out of this, that's all.
Yeah, like one is South Korean and another one's NA. Like there's no correlation to their names being. It's a nice coincidence that they're both called.
It's like on some like Nappa and Vegeta shit, you know? I don't know. They just go together.
All right, so I was Zeta, and I'm putting great. I think Zeta is a great name. I think it's a little bit below the Pantheon. I think it doesn't roll off the tongue or it doesn't have that rememberability as a Leaf or Vanity. Like if you say spell Zeta to someone, they're not going to get it on their first try. If I say spell Leaf or Vanity, if you're an English first try, right? Like if you're an English first speaking person, you're going to get those words. Zeta, you can put maybe someone will put a Z in there. Some people Zeta.
Oh, I would.
Like that's exactly right. Where I think that kind of hurts it a bit, but still, it's a very clean name. Short, sweet. X is cool. X is almost always sell.
Agreed.
Especially when you can actually pronounce it, pretty well. I think it's great. So Cloud9 overall, killing it. Except Mitch, where Colin just he over their average. Really.
I gotta bring them down a peg. They got so Pantheon's greats. Like these guys are killing it.
Yeah. 2 Pantheons, 2 greats, and then a Mitch, and then really, really harsh stuff. But let's move on to Colin. You have Ade from Crazy Raccoon to start off our Japanese kick.
Yeah, very interesting actually. Ade, again, docking a few points. Not that it's his fault for the fact that without hearing this, an NA person is probably going to say aid
Or it's awkward.
or a D. There's a few
AD.
ways. It's like Achilles, right? Like you have to hear it, and then you're like, oh yeah, Ade. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
It does sound really nice in the tongue, Ade. Like it sounds like, I don't know. It doesn't have too many hard consonants. I'm gonna Ade. Oh, geez, man.
Tough.
It's really tough. I don't hate it. Like I don't hate it, but it's got to lose some points. I want to put it in good because I think it sounds nice when you say it, but you got to get to the saying it part.
Yeah.
Like Ade. Like it's very good. Like in a hype last second clutch. Like Ade. Like it's very good. But again, as you say, if you see it on a piece of paper for the first time, it's like, hey, new girl I'm dating, I'm watching esports. Here are the players are playing in this match. And you show them Ade, they're not gonna be like, oh, that's a cool name. They're gonna be like, how the do I pronounce this? And why are you showing me these players? I don't care about esports. You're weird. So
yes,
nothing from my own life. I'm not nothing. This is just random shit.
Hypothetical scenarios.
Hypothetical scenarios. It's not like I go on dates and talk about esports and bring up random esports IDs and weird them out. But let's go. Nick, you're a Bozzy.
Yeah. Okay, Bozzy. Okay.
Bozzy.
Of course, Bozzy. It's giving me kind of like Italian vibes.
For sure. No, for sure.
A Bozzy.
Like, hey, let's go to Bozzys,
A Bozzy.
It's good. It's good. It's got like some character to it. It's got like some, I don't know, like it's got like hair on its chest.
Yeah, Bozzy is the clutch. Like you can it's good in the clutch moments.
Oh, for sure.
And for an Italian restaurant title.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah. So, man, the legend returns from our last episode.
Fisker.
Oh man, I
don't remember where you guys ranked Fisker last time, but he's
going.
That's
for the best.
He's going great.
I put him in the pantheon, and then I said Fisker over and over, and then I realized.
It got worse.
Then it sounds like Fister, and then it's like that is just like we went put it in the shadow realm after that. But if you want to put it in great, it doesn't roll like you look at it, it looks cool, but when you say it out loud, like Fisker, like it doesn't. It's not smooth. It's like Fisker.
Okay, now that Tyler has cursed.
The sounds so bad. Like anyone who's like
Tyler.
What about Boaster? I got Boaster on this list.
Yeah, but Boaster, the cadence of the syllables,
Boaster.
you emphasize bo. You have, but Fisker for some reason
it's awkward. Fisker of the Fisker.
All right, with Tyler just absolutely butchering poor Fisker's name. He's now going in a different. You've changed my mind. I please.
Same thing happened last time. Same thing happened last time. When you say it out loud a bunch of times, it's not very cool, and it sounds very. It's like very weird on the tongue. I have Medusa. I think that's a very easy, just good. I don't think it's great. I think it's good. I think it's solid. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's something where. For some reason, it just I'm very particular. I'm I feel like I think Medusa. It's good. It's I have nothing much to say about it.
Yeah, I think this is acceptable. I put it in great last time, but I was kind of really borderline on it by the end of the show, so this is fine.
Well, we also we did all the good names first, and we were left with 12 that sucked, and it's oh, Medusa, you're not bad compared to algebra name and this random name that I can't pronounce. So it's Medusa looked good next to all the nerds. Now that it's front and center, it's good.
True.
I feel like if the M was lowercase, then it might go up.
Yeah, actually, that hit my mind too. Like, I feel like the big M doesn't work with like the longer name, like for some reason. So like, yeah, if it was maybe it's lowercase, maybe great. But yeah, you're up with Munchkin, Colin.
Yes, I am. I think Munchkin's a dope name. I think he's like gone totally the other way, and like this is like a silly name. Like it almost like has to sound silly, like Munchkin with the 3-piece clutches the round. Like it's just inherently funny, which I think is awesome. And it's cute. I'm actually gonna put it in great. I don't care what you say. Munchkin.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't mind
Danny,
it.
huh?
It's pretty good. Yeah, like, I like it. I think it's good at great. So I'm fine with great.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Nick, you get Neff. Ooh, what a fun Neff.
What rhymes with meth?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
don't,
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Fister and Meth. I am
This
now banned
is-
from Japan.
Oh, wait, what? I think this is an indifferent.
Yeah.
It sounds too much like so many other things that it just like falls flat by itself.
Yeah.
I
It
agree.
just, yeah,
You're not going to
Neff-
remember it, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going to remember it the way you remember Vanity, Bone Cold, etc.
Leaf, Munchkin.
Yeah, Munchkin you'll remember.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
Munchkin's. Yeah, Munchkin's name where you show someone who doesn't watch esports and like, oh, that's a funny name. That's a little funny.
Guy's name's Munchkin. This is fun.
Yeah. Like, or like, ooh, an X, but it's like Neth. It's like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's next?
All right.
Just middle of the road, really.
All right. Danny, you get Boaster.
Is there any question where this is going? It's going to the Pantheon. Boaster's
Whoa.
a great
Damn.
name. This
Damn.
is literally one of my all-time favorite in-game names that I've seen.
Wow.
NA, EU, other regions. I love this name. Boaster's a great guy. We're not putting that into the ranking though. I just Boaster is just such a cool name, and I wish I had thought of it for myself.
Yeah, it's good. It's cool. It's I mean, it fits the person to a T, but we can't, separate church from state. But still, like, if you're a player with a personality,
That's legit, though. That's legit.
Yeah, but if you're a player with a personality, like if you're a big talker, if you're someone who wants to be, a bit of a lad and be a trash talker, be a bit of a character, I think Boaster is an amazing name, right?
No,
Like,
that's totally appropriate. Like we can't rate the names based on how good the players are, but if they fit the names, that's like Vanity, for example. Like I'm not saying he's vain, but he has an edge to him. Like he's got kind of a speak his mind kind of vibe, and just somehow the name Vanity really fits him very well.
Yeah, I think Boaster.
Same with Boaster. Yeah.
Boaster is amazing. Yeah, it stands out. It rolls the tongue well. It's like in-game calls, it always sounds good when someone says like Boaster of the clutch. Like it's a really just well made out name. And I get Durka.
Yeah.
Durkee. See, so I can't put it in the Pantheon just because, the pronunciations, but I think Durka, I think putting in great. I actually really love it. I really love it. I love it. I mean,
I am not a huge fan.
No, I'm not either.
I like it a lot. I like Durka. Okay, if I'll put in good. You guys, the reaction, I'll put in good. I
think that's more appropriate. I agree.
Yeah.
It is very much an FPS name.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It's like CS:GO, like it's European. Like this guy is European. Like the is European. Like if you hear Leaf, you're like, okay, that could go either way. Durka, you're like that guy's from Finland.
Yeah, that guy's not from North America.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that guy's good at FPS games.
Unlike some region that we're not going to name names.
Yeah. All right, Colin, you're of Doma.
My turn already?
Yeah.
My God. We are. That's good. Doma is so like Durka somehow, but I like it better. But it's not better enough to get to great. It's 100% good. It rolls off the tongue. It's 2 syllables, Doma, which usually works pretty well.
Yep.
But it's also not hyper memorable. It's not a thing. I just don't feel like it has a personality of its own. Maybe I'm stretching here. I kind of like the word dome. Like, when you dome someone, like you headshot them, like I kind of connect those things two in my head, but I think that's probably Colin's headcanon more than anything. Like, so, I'm going to keep it in good. Right next to Durka.
Yeah, Durka and Doma. Those two roll off the tongue really well. They're a good pairing on a team. It sounds very
That's true.
They fit well. Fnatic's names really do fit each other. Like around, like they very do feel like synergized.
It's another like anime like duo. You know what I mean? Like these are like two villains in like season 2 of some anime, right?
Durka
and Doma.
They're definitely twins. They're definitely twins.
Definitely twins. Like 1000%.
Like, but Durka sounds like the alpha of the two. Like if I had to feel like who's like the Nappa and who's the Vegeta, I think Durka is the Vegeta. By a few.
You know what I thought of?
What?
Like I know I said Nappa Vegeta for Zeppa and Zeta because those are badass names. For these guys, I thought those brothers from Yu-Gi-Oh, the bug guy and the dinosaur guy. That's who I thought of for Durka.
There you go.
You guys know who I'm talking about, right?
Rex Raptor and Weevil Underwood.
Weevil Underwood. What a G he was.
So Durka would be Weevil Underwood and Doma would be Rex Raptor, right?
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Yeah, Doma would be the Raptor, Durka would be the Weevil. Got it.
100%.
From those two names to Magnum and Mystic. So
yeah.
God.
Nick, you get Magnum.
Okay, here's my thing about Magnum. This should be a really cool name, but it's just not. It kind of feels like it's got everything. Like it's a real word. It's like kind of clean, but something about it.
A gun and Magnum.
It's literally a gun, right?
Yeah, it's just corny. I don't know. It gives. I can't Shadow Realm Magnum. I'll put it in good. I'll just put it in good because I'm not indifferent on it.
Yeah, Magnum. I mean,
I think you're right. About everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I get Mystic. Magnum and Mystic back on the case.
They're definitely a buddy cop show.
Oh my
god.
It's either great or good. I'm like on the borderline between both. Do I just put him in with all his pals in Fnatic in the good tier, or do I give him a little bit of a Mystic?
I don't know. Fnatic's kind of sitting at just good all around for the most
part.
Yeah,
I actually am putting good. Like I don't think it's great. I don't think it's like as memorable as a Munchkin or as cool as like a Zeta or like a cNed of how clean the big N looks. But I think Durka, Doma, Magnum, Mystic. They're all good names. They're all like very like bang, like those guys are really cool. Then your Captain Boasters in the Pantheon, just
On their coach Mini, I would also put Mini's name in good too.
Yeah, if Mini was on if their coach was on the board, I'd probably put him in good too. Like very solid names by Fnatic. Like just like bang across the board, good Pantheon.
True.
So I think they're number 2. Like I think cNed Blue is number 1 currently because they have 2 Pantheons and 2 greats. But I think like across the board, Fnatic, good show.
They're up there.
Yeah,
they're getting close.
All right, so Colin, you got Chalala.
Okay.
La. Not Chalala, it's Chalala.
Cha-la-la-la. You're right.
The extra law kills it for me. If it was Chalala, then that's a banger, but it's Chalala.
The extra law.
Capital A.
Yes. Okay. You both read my mind. The extra law kills it, ruins it.
Yeah.
Then throwing in the capital A is a huge you. This is straight up a Dota player's name. Like straight up.
It does look a Dota player. This is a Dota player.
Cha-la-la-la-la is a Russian Dota player. No one knows what he looks like or has ever seen him, but his MMR is like number 1 in the world. He's gonna win. He's gonna win TI next year. That's who Cha-la-la-la is. So you know what? Go win TI, but for our purposes, perhaps the Shadow Realm is
100% Shadow Realm.
It's gonna be there. Yeah.
Well, it does hurt me because I like the name, but it's the extra law. Like no one's ever gonna if it's a big collection, it's like it's Cha. No one's gonna go Cha la. Like
it ruins it.
The extra law ruins it. Like because no one ever. I think everyone just pronounces them Chalala. No one says Chalala. No one adds the extra law.
Right.
But in this scenario, we can't ignore it. We can't ignore the extra law.
We're sitting
That's
here
true.
staring at it. You know, we can't.
Like I really do think like if he just didn't do the big A, he just had the Chalala. I think that's like I think that's a really awesome name. Like it's a great name to like say in clutches, like Chalala. Like it's it's a good. But the extra law, kills it for me. So yeah, I think Shadowrun was fun.
All right, I got John Olsen.
Oh,
Yeah, his
I got
name.
hard opinions on this.
Just to let you know, Nick, his name nowhere near John Olsen.
Okay, that was my first question.
Nowhere. His name is nowhere. No, his name.
But that's good. That's good. I'm waiting with bated breath to see
Hmm.
where Nick goes, but I have so many opinions on this name.
Oh, so do
Okay.
I.
So we
It's
kind of ran
not
into
one.
this last time with the whole like taking a random name that's like not your own thing. And I think in this case, this is like way off like fun character like Leroy Jenkins like
Oh
vibes.
yes.
And it's
Leroy
more like
Jenkins
this is
level.
like a guy you see their like campaign ad for like some local office in like the doctor's waiting room or something. Like I don't know. It's just I'm so indifferent on it. It doesn't do it for me. Like if it's not your name, like it's not even like funny or like weird. So it's indifferent.
This name rules for me.
Yes.
I think it is so funny. Like John Olsen is so over the top, like basic ass American name.
And it's a Thailand player. He's a Thai player.
That is so awesome.
Oh
Like
wait.
it sounds like you know in the Matrix, like the agents agents have names like Agent Smith, Agent Johnson. Like John Olsen is a agent. He's like a prototype, like base model American man. I don't know. I love this name, John Olsen.
It's a Thai player, which makes it really
Thai
funny.
player. That's
Yeah,
why it's
him
funny. That's
being
why it's funny.
that makes it so much funnier knowing that now.
Yeah, it's not like a Finnish player. Like it's not like a Finnish player.
Yeah.
It's a Thai player. Where it's
like-
where it's a Thailand player. It's like, I'm John Olsen.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if it was an American and his real name was like Steve White.
Yeah,
right?
then it's
And
like
he was like,
that's just
"Oh, my in-game name's
catchy."
John Olsen."
Yeah,
You'd be like, "What's wrong with you?"
yeah, but it's like a Thai player who's like, I'm just John Olsen, man. It's like,
I'm bumping that to good
okay.
because the player's tied. That
Yeah. Not in skills, but just like the I do feel like the origin does give it a little bit of a bump. So
I love it.
all right, Danny, you get Lammy Snacks.
This
is
I've been
fire.
waiting for this one. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it reminds me of. I think it actually kind of reminds me of Poro Snack in some like capacity.
Oh,
But
snacks.
it being in all capitals, the X for snack.
It's
This is
obnoxious.
Pantheon.
No, it's
This-
obnoxious. Lammy Snacks.
Pantheon.
No, Lammy Snacks.
No.
Whoa.
Oh,
If we're putting John Olsen in good, Lammy Snacks is Pantheon.
John Olsen's better than
Whoa.
Lammy Snacks.
No
John
Did
Olsen.
way.
y'all play the Parappa games? The Parappa games? That's
Parappa
what
the
it's reminding me of. Yes.
Yes.
It's reminding me of Lammy from those games.
Jammer Lammy. Right?
Yes.
No, it's an
Yeah.
obnoxious name. It's all caps. No
What do you
name of
think
all
it's-
caps.
Do you think it could be a Parappa
Uncle.
reference?
I feel like that's the only way like Lammy comes into my head. So
Man.
who knows? That's
I
just something
think
to
it's a
figure out.
fire name. Like I don't like it looks kind of weird in the Pantheon because the other names are like serious and this one's funny, but I think it is a fire name for sure.
Obnoxious. It's too many capital letters.
It's screaming at you, Lammy Snacks!
No, it doesn't even roll the tongue well in a clutch. Lammy,
I love it.
It's
Tyler,
the
you can
best-
change it later.
okay, fine. I got PTC. That's just a great name. I just love it. It's simple,
What?
short.
No
PTC.
way.
This is
PTC.
another Dota player, dude. Like PTC.
Yeah.
What does
PTC.
that even stand for, though?
Doesn't matter. It's just three
Not-
letters.
Doesn't matter.
They roll off the tongue well. PTC. PTC.
Oh, okay.
It's like how
Alright.
LPL top laners like just three numbers.
369.
So, like, yeah, just-
That's also bad. Like, why?
That's also a Dota. That's some Dota shit. Like,
Yeah.
come on. All right, where you want this, Tyler?
It's great.
Oh, it's great. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Great.
Oh,
PTC is great. Jesus.
All right.
Okay.
no.
Colin, you're off Super Bus.
Yeah, Super Bus. Okay. Hilarious
Us.
name. The capital S.
The X.
That, bro. Like you had to
The
do that.
extras.
You honestly had to do that. Like Super Bus, even with the extra S without the capital, would be so fire. I hate the capital. It's distracting me. Super Bus is really funny though when you say it out loud. I feel like it would be just so funny to be like Super Bus and Lammy Snacks on the flank, like so Super Bus has to go good. It's just funny, but he kind of like bodied himself with that capital S.
Yeah.
See, Superbus was taken, so we had to add the extra capital S to get the name.
Is that
That's
real?
why.
Is that
No,
real?
No, I wish. That'd be
no.
funny, though.
No,
I was like, oh, maybe I should rescind all my comments.
No. He just put the S there because he wanted to. He's not even Lammy Snacks. These mother.
These guys are crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what's going on
they
over
don't
there?
care.
Also,
I don't give a shit.
Superbus, Lammy Snacks, John Olsen.
and John Olsen.
These
Yeah.
other like FPS players out there being like, I'm gonna be Psycho Kill, or they go the other way where it's like, yeah, I'm Leaf, I'm Vanity, I'm Simple with a 1,
I'm
right?
Yay.
They're just I'm Yay. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be John Olsen. You'll be
Superbus.
Lammy Snacks and you'll be Super Bus.
And I'm Cha-la-la-la-la.
Yeah, exactly.
And then PTC is just like, you guys are nerds.
Yeah.
PTC is like, you guys are really nerdy. I'm just gonna be 3 letters. That's
He's like, I'm embarrassed for you, okay?
I like to imagine they like thought Valorant was gonna flop or something. So like, you know what? Let's just like make them this troll name.
Yeah.
They
have
did it for
fun.
a joke. They're like,
Yeah.
they'll never be a world championship. Like, it'll never break a Twitch record. Like, don't even worry about it. Be Lammy Snacks.
Yeah, you'll never see like an analyst say, "Oh, and this is Lammy Snacks from Pulse."
All right.
Nick, you have Khalil.
Khalil. That's a good name.
It is a good name.
That is a good name.
It doesn't even matter if their name's Khalil. I think it's a fine. Well, maybe it does a little bit, depending. But I think it's a good name.
I agree.
Khalil?
I'm looking it up. If his name is Khalil,
It is.
Khalil.
It
It's
is.
Khalil.
It
Khalil
is.
Smith.
Saved.
All right.
I think it'd be kind of weird if it was.
Oh, yeah, but I think even it's not a boring first name. Like Khalil's just a really tight
That's a
name.
cool name. Yeah, it's a cool name.
All right, Danny, you're Mazen.
This one's kind of I'm gonna put it in indifferent, and I'm gonna explain why. Because I feel like it's another one of those names that, depending on what region you're in, you can pronounce it differently. Like either Mazen, Mazen, something like that, and that
Mazin.
irritates me. I just wish it was one pronunciation. It's like Killes. It's like depending on where you're from, you pronounce it differently. So it's okay, but I don't like that you can pronounce it differently.
And
I agree. It's totally indifferent, even without that. I just don't think it hits super hard, personally.
No.
And I'm doing the same thing with Nozwar, putting it right next to him in indifferent. It's like Nozwar. I think it's fine. It's not a name that like instills like hype or like this guy could be the best player in the world. It just purely is from the name alone. He's a great player, but Nozwar it's indifferent for me. Doesn't evoke strong feelings of excitement. So yeah, that moves to you, Colin. With
Now, is it QCK or Quick?
Oh, I wish it was quick. It probably is not.
Cool if it was.
again, I've watched all the matches. I watched all Fury maps, and he was not.
His name was never called.
He wasn't really called as much as like Nozwar and Zandy.
It would be a very FPS player thing to do, to give yourself a name like Quick and take out the vowels. That would be a thing that they would do,
I just want to say his alternate ID on Wikipedia is Quick spelled full out.
Okay. So it's quick.
Okay.
They don't pronounce it.
They don't know. They don't know.
It's like
Okay. This settles it. I mean, it's got to be indifferent or Shadow Realm. It has to be. Like even the casters don't know.
Like he BMs Tez, they don't say his name. Like it's literally every clip of him, no one says his ID.
Okay,
That's the problem then.
That's a huge problem.
I watch
and
every single Fury game, in the Champions. I can't remember what they called him.
well, Quick is going to have to go in. God, I've put 2 people in the Shadow Realm. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to put him in indifferent. He's going to go in indifferent. It's not like offensive. It's just a bad choice.
All right, it's Zandy.
Zandy. Zandy.
Fury is Brazilian, right?
Yep, he's Brazilian. Zandy.
Okay. This is actually going to go.
Question for you: Where when you see Zandy next to like Najwar, Quick, some of the other name Khalil, what kind of like on the team? Do you think he's the ace player? Do you think he's the support player? Do you think he's like the bottom tier player, like the role player? Like what do you think? Like here's Zandy. What kind of role do you think he is on Furia?
I imagine this is like that creative playmaker, like the Hillsong type that everyone has. It's kind of like mysterious as a person. Like maybe they don't say too much, but in game they're always doing like really weird shit that like gets them like a bob off for a clutch or something.
He's the ace player. Zandy is their ace. He is the caps. He is the faker. Or not the old faker. He's the trophy.
Character.
He is the main character. Zandy is the main character of Furia.
Okay, well that name does not give me main character
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah. I mean, you just proved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said like the opposite of that. So I think it goes to good because I actually think that's kind of an interesting way to like write out that name. So I think it goes to good. It would be made worse if there was like a Y or something.
Yeah, or it was like Zond or Zan, but you know, Zandy sounds pretty cool. So, all right, Danny,
Yeah, right.
Chronicle.
To me, Chronicle. I like this one. There's no random capital letters. There's not like Defo where you have some random 3 thrown in there for the E.
Yo,
Chronicle.
don't besmirch Defo.
It's not my ranking. I'm gonna put Chronicle in good. It's a good name. Like I said, you know, 1 capital, no other capitals, no random characters or anything.
You could make an argument for great for Chronicle for me. I don't think good is like a terrible place, but I think great could be there as well.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sticking with good.
Fair enough.
I have Defo, which I think there's many ways you can take this name. I think
It's a sick ass name.
I think it's a very polarizing name. I think the
Yes.
3 the 3 really is either you hate it, you love it, you don't care about it. Like actually I think there is something different here. You either have to hate Defo or love
like it.
Defo.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm putting in great. I think Defo is a pretty sick name.
Yes,
I like
I
it.
fully agree with that.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I think like just because not a lot of other players use the numbers as a letter, like it's not something common in Valorant, it sticks out more. Defo is also just a nice name. Like Defo, like I feel like it's a name you can say in the clutch. Sounds really cool. It's memorable. I think if you put all these names on a piece of paper and you show it to a random person, I think it's one of the names that they would like stick in their head. Like, it's like Defo. I think it like definitely fits the player. I like it a lot. Yeah, great.
It follows a convention, you know, in FPS and beyond names where the first vowel is a number, you know, like a symbol or a well, I just proved my own thing. I was about to say device, but that's the second vowel in his name. But you know what I'm getting at. And I like it, but I fully agree that it's polarizing. I'm just glad you polarized on my side.
But I like Defo. I think I think maybe 3 months ago, when I didn't hear it as much, when it wasn't like common like me hearing it in game, but I think like it fits really well just in terms of like pronunciation, how it rolls the tongue during a match or call, and I think on a piece of paper to a random person it sticks in their head. I think really when it comes to like that factor of like, does a random person who doesn't know esports remember that name? And I think Defo is on the list of like they remember it like a Munchkin or a Fandy or a Leaf or a Boaster. It's not like it's not a Fisker. It's not Fisker. Sorry, Fisker.
Fisker.
Poor guy.
It's also not a Nats.
Yeah. Yinsu's watching. Yinsu's watching you.
Yinsu's watching. You know, I love Gambit, like across multiple esports. Actually, they are an awesome organization. I love their style. All their players are awesome, both in Valorant and CS:GO. And Nats is great. I mean, shit, we did a whole documentary on the guy. He rocks. His name is not as great as he is. I will say. The capital A, not a fan. I wish it was just lowercase, all lowercase. And as stated, I think in the last episode, just Nats. Like it doesn't hit for me, you know. It's kind of like an annoying sounding name, like a Nat, you know, like a GN Nat.
Oh, God.
So Defo is a better name. Shados is a better name. Redgar is a better name.
Wow.
Yeah, I
feel like
really.
this is a hot take.
I hope it's not, because if you just forget about Nats the human, like he doesn't exist. He is in another dimension, right? And you're just like, this name, Nat? Yeah, it's short. Yeah, you can fire it really quick. Like if you're a caster, you can rifle this off really, really quickly, which is good. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm gonna put it in good. I'm gonna put it in good. Like I'm not gonna be unreasonable. I wouldn't Shadow Realm it. It's definitely not a bad name, but I do think like his teammates have like way cooler names personally.
All right.
Let's see if you guys agree.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Nick, you have Redgar.
yeah, let's see. So Colin already told us that Nats is not better than Redgar, but here's the thing. So I think this name is just very weird, and the reason why is because if you swap the D with an N, it's a League of Legends champion.
Rengar.
So like I can't get that out of my head. Like I just keep looking at this person and I'm imagining them as like a cat with an eye patch and like a knife. And so I'm actually curious what they actually look like now. But
he's blonde. He's a blonde Russian guy.
okay.
That hands out sweets.
His name is Igor Vlasov.
He's probably the nicest esports player of all time. Also,
Oh, okay.
he literally went to Champions and brought like sweets and candies for all the international players, and wrote them like handwritten letters of like, I want to be your friend, thank you for coming, let's be friends, to all the international players. He's literally like he is literally the most wholesome man. He literally wants a world where no one trash talks, because he wants everyone to feel appreciated and loved. This is a literal thing he said on our podcast of Showstopper. He literally never trash talks him, never will, because he wants to bring on a better generation of gaming. That is Redgar. He is literally the nicest man alive.
That is so cute.
But you gotta separate the person from the name.
The pressure is definitely on now.
Can I add even one small more spice to the mix? Not perhaps as relevant as previously discussed, but
Yes.
I have just discovered that Redgar is the name of a somewhat infamous Dungeons and Dragons character who is present in like demos, Dungeons and Dragons demos, and apparently he's really well known in that community as kind of a meme because he constantly dies. Like he's being killed in like every story. He's like a warrior with like a great sword. I'm putting that out there. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
You mean like a lot of
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on that make me feel very bad about ranking this name as indifferent. Because that's just where it goes for me.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
mean,
fair.
it's fair. It's fair. Like you have to separate church from state. Even though Redgar is maybe the best human on this
Literal
list,
saint, apparently.
a literal saint who just brings candy and food for the children, and he actually might be Santa Claus. We don't fucking know, but
have you ever seen Redgar play a ScreaM on Christmas? I haven't.
I don't know.
I mean, Russia is cold. It's kind of like the North Pole.
It's connected to the North Pole.
Red?
Oh, dang.
Is Redgar Santa Claus? Is he Russia Santa Claus?
I think he might be.
He might be.
Holy shit, we gotta ask him next time.
He'd probably take that as a compliment. Be like, "Oh, thank you so much."
I'm sure he would. Yeah.
If you had to do an NA player, like you're Santa Claus, would be like, "Are you calling me fat, you mother?" You're like, but Redgar would be like, "Oh, you're so nice." Thank you.
An NA player would straight up be like, "Bro, Santa Claus is a bitch. Santa Claus, bro."
That would be the NA response. Danny, yo, shade us.
Why am I always getting the names that, again, it can be pronounced differently?
His name's fire, dude.
Shados.
Name's fire.
I know the name's fire. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like that it can be pronounced differently. I'm gonna put in great. I like Shados. Shados is a cool name. It's pretty badass in my opinion. It's like, oh, what's your in-game name? Shados. Like that's just dope.
Like, what's your name, Shados? So are you like the final Dragon Lord boss of this RPG?
100%.
Vibes for sure.
100%.
All right, I get Delzik, and I'm gonna put that's indifferent. Sorry, Delzik. It's
yeah.
I like Delzik. I mean, crew are the story of champions, but it's just doesn't. Delzik is just not a main character name. Like it's the if I ask Nick, is Delzik the main character on crew?
No.
Yeah, he is not.
Delzik is like
He is the supportive player who plays, yeah, he's a supportive cog of the machine. A very good cog of the machine, but he is not the main character. Who do you think? Like, Nick, let's just play this game since who do you think of cNed, Klaus, Mazzino, and Nagzat? Who do you think of those four as the main character?
It's got to be Klaus.
It's not Klaus. He's the support.
Oh, seriously?
Nope. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get one more.
By name, it's definitely Klaus.
Yeah, I mean, names only.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that it's up to you, Colin, with cNed, who is the main character of crew.
Dude, I wish I got the next name on this list because I'm going to remind you guys of something from last episode.
Yeah.
So just get ready for that. But cNed is, I think it's similar to Delzik. Like it has like a similar like cadence, like a similar vibe, but it doesn't have the one, and it also has the benefit of like, to me, kind of sounding like some kind of mythical god, like cNed the Wise or something. I kind of dig it. I think it should probably go in good, honestly.
Right. That reminds me of a CSGO name, like 100%.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
I think so. Like a European CSGO player is definitely named cNed.
I can see it.
All right, Nick,
now,
you get Klaus.
Nick, before you rank Klaus, can I remind you of something?
I need you to remind me.
I'm going to remind you. His real name is Nicholas Ferrari.
Oh, God.
Okay.
His name is Nicholas Ferrari, and he picked
Do
Klaus.
with that information what you will.
I remember this motherfucker. Okay.
Just call yourself Ferrari. Just call yourself Ferrari.
Ferrari peaks. Like, be known. Like, come on. It's just all works so well.
And the SEO, your SEO, like again, SEO Ferrari, not the best. You're gonna always get fucked. But like you're gonna become synonymous with Ferrari. Like your name, like Klaus is a good fucking, which is sad because it's a good name, but it's not Ferrari. It's like Apollo. It's like Apollo from League of Legends. You called yourself. I really forget the first name you picked. It was really bad.
It was oh my gosh, it was really bad. And
it was it was a really bad name. Like a guy, his first name was Apollo in League of Legends. And he named himself something random. That just
his full name is Apollo Price, by the way.
Oh, it's a good name.
That's a fire name. It's absolutely.
But what was? We have to.
It's killing me. It's killing me. It's Wiz Fusion. Wiz Fusion.
Oh yeah, his name was Wiz Fusion. That you couldn't like in random capital letters, and then you like realize, oh, I should just go by Apollo. I don't think Klaus is that, but Klaus is a good name. So Nick, I
think Klaus is a good name. So it's got to go good, but the bottom of good.
Yeah.
Because this is the second time we're doing this. There's a new season of 2022 season coming up. I'm pretty sure maybe it's not too late to change your name. This will be a nice reminder.
Become Ferrari. Just become what you are meant to be, Nicholas.
Accept your destiny, Nicholas.
Accept it, because Ferrari is that's pantheon. You're a cool ass and just it's your last name too. Is just like, damn, you're a badass Klaus, you're cool, you're good, but you're not Ferrari. I mean, you are Ferrari, but you're not Ferrari, which is really sad. All right, Dan, you got Mazzino.
Okay, now this one I have to rank in indifferent because I remember watching the game where it was Mazin versus Mazzino, and it filled me with so much rage that the casters like kept mixing them up. And that's just
Mazzino. I think Mazzino is way better than Mazin. I think the
I
O
do too.
adds a lot. Mazzino sounds like a wizard.
Yeah, that's definitely a wizard name.
I like Mazzino a lot. Actually, I like that name.
Yeah. Okay, then I have Nagzet, or in this Nagz, but his name was Nagzet. I'll put it in.
Is it actually Nagzet, not Nags?
It's both. His ID at Champions is Nagzet, but it's indifferent.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it at all.
All right, crew. Crew. Crew probably got the worst rating of everyone. We put them 4 indifferent, 3 indifferent, 3.
Just like in our power rankings.
Well, we were very wrong on that.
Don't worry, crew. Maybe someone will make a nice like documentary about you. Maybe we'll do it. Like,
oh yeah.
Who
Latin
knows?
America, baby, vamos.
Vamos, yeah. Even though
Uh,
they're not Brazilian, they're like it's like an Argentinian org, and they're like
Yeah.
Chilean players. But
Yeah, but they're using vamos, baby. That's their
Okay,
tagline,
okay.
vamos.
fair.
So
It actually fits
that
more because they
leaves
don't say vamos in
It's me.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.
Come on!
Earlier, before we turned the cameras on, before the magic started happening, we were doing
Yeah.
some tech tests, and I just like flame teed a bit. Haha, get it? And it was a bit of a troll. He is I'm about to make another cringe joke. Heat is a fire name.
Yep.
100%. I am not. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm not gonna put it on Pantheon. I'm leaning to great. Leaning to great.
He is Pantheon.
No?
It's Heat.
I think it's
Heat.
the
What do you
4
think,
letters, all lowercase.
Yes.
It's clean.
It's clean.
Okay. All 3 of my colleagues today think Pantheon.
Yeah.
So let's go Pantheon.
Yeah,
It's
Pantheon.
so sick.
We can all agree.
Done
Yeah,
I
deal.
love that Lammy Slacks is still up there.
Yeah.
Right
And
beside
it's
Lammy Snacks, right where he belongs.
And when you see Heat, you think like that's the main character, and he is the main character of Brazil.
Oh,
so like
100%.
it fits really well. Like it fits his play style and his personality so well. So love it.
That's fair. Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
All right. Nick, you got Zhao.
Is it Zhao?
It's Zhao.
Yeah, remember last time we talked about
you
this?
missed an opportunity for me to say J-How on the.
J-
That's what I was getting. I was about to say that.
That's what I thought it was pronounced as. So.
It's Shadow Realm. It's Shadow Realm either way, though.
Oh, sorry,
Zhao.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I'm already kind of weird about the JH sounds, and then it's like capital W at the end.
Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound that cool. Somebody's shouting it like
Zhao sounds cool.
Zhao.
Zhao.
It's like a Valorant call out. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's in
Zhao
Zhao.
just shot someone. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's in the Jouter realm now. So. Saving that one. No. Yeah.
Oh God.
The Jouter realm. You're up, Danny, with Muriz.
Is that how you say it, Mariz?
Yeah, it's Muriz.
Put this 6 feet under, man. Come on.
I'm gonna have to agree with Colin. It's one too many Z's. I think like 1 or 2 Z's would have been fine, but it's Shadow Realm.
Okay.
Yes.
Nah, it's not. Doesn't hit right. It's weird to say. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Nothing else. Just
100%.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah. Nick, how would you pronounce the next name if you had to?
This is Meowzera. This is Meowzera.
Oh wow.
In my head, that's what I've been looking at it and I'm like.
Colin, how do you think it's pronounced?
Oh man. I want to say like M0, like the W doesn't exist.
It's MW0. So
MW0.
MW. So
Yeah.
MW are pronounced and then Zera. So
I see.
MW0.
I
But MW. I mean, I gotta separate church from state. MW0 is an amazing player, but I think like it has to go indifferent. Like it's not Shadow Realm, but I think you ask 10 people how to pronounce it. I think you get 10 different responses, right?
I think I honestly think it's Shadow Realm, but
it's better than
MW Zera.
NW Zera.
Ugh.
All right,
So extra.
You're a Vixen, Colin.
I am a Vixen, and I like this name. It's got the one. Vixen is already a noun in the English language. I just like all the categories, the boxes this checks, and it looks clean just looking at it. Not going to give anybody trouble who's trying to pronounce it or say it in quick fashion.
Nope.
I would describe this as a great name.
It also fits the
Opening
season.
great.
One of the Santa's reindeer.
Oh,
Perfect.
Whoa! I
Okay.
didn't even. I
Bring
wasn't
it
even
back.
there mentally. Wow.
Wow, I was there all the
All
way.
right, Danny, in the pocket. Appreciate that, brother.
So does Klaus are they together? Because he's like Saint Nick, Santa Claus and his Vixen. I don't know.
Maybe if his name wasn't Ferrari. Maybe if his name wasn't Ferrari.
Maybe his name wasn't Ferrari.
All right, Nick, you have
Crash?
Crashies.
All right. Crashies. Crashies is a good name. It's a good name. But it's like a really good name if you're like the youngest player on the team and you're like you have like a really like wild play style or something. Like I don't know. What's this person like? Celebrate.
Is Crashies the youngest?
He might be. He might be the youngest. He might be the best solo player in the world, but he's much more. He's not the wild crazy one. He's more of like I'm gonna clean up the mess of everyone.
He is.
He's
the
the cleanup
youngest.
guy.
Okay. It goes into good. I'm going to point out that this is a very rare case where a capital C would have made a lot of difference here, I think.
Capital C's do look cool.
Yeah, I think they just like the hard like sounds like
Yeah. Big C would have looked good.
yeah.
Big C.
Missed
All right.
opportunity.
All right, Danny, you have FNS or finesse.
I love
Classic,
this
vintage name.
unlike PC or PTC, I almost said PCT. It rolls off the tongue a lot better, and you can say FNS or finesse, and it's the same thing. So I'm putting this in Pantheon. I love FNS's name.
Wow.
He was Pantheon last time. I put him in Pantheon last time.
Yeah, I was thinking great, but yeah, no, good, very good
Yes.
name.
All right, I get Marved. This is. When I think of Marved, I think of like the Hey Arnold episode where they had like a. I'm dating myself so hard. I don't think Danny was alive when Hey Arnold was on, man.
Oh, I loved Hey Arnold. Don't
What?
knock me.
That's
Hey
cap.
Arnold was awesome.
Hey Arnold, there was an episode where they had like the race with like the go-karts or whatever.
Oh,
and
I
they had-
remember that they like built their own. So
they built their own, and it was
yeah.
called, and they colored it like the reddish purple, and they called it the Mauve Avenger.
Yeah.
And that's what it reminded me of. Marved. I think it's. I'm putting it good. I think Marv.
wow.
It stands out. It stands out for me. It stands out in a good way.
This is indifferent for me, but I got you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, Victor. Oh, this is another point of contention last time.
Well,
You gotta look at what his
sur-
name was before. I feel like.
Food.
Yeah, his name was Food before.
I
Wait,
haven't changed my opinion on Victor. I don't love it. I don't think you remember it. I think Food was better. I always remembered Food. Like I really did. In CS:GO, I always remembered Food.
Okay, it's just FOOD, just food.
Yeah, so this has got to. I like that. I actually like that. I think this is a downgrade. IMO, no hate, no flame. I'm gonna put it in indifferent. I mean, it's not like you look at it and it's like, oh, I hate it. Oh, he was obnoxious with the camel casing and the letters. Like he did just spell the name like to his credit, but
Yeah,
I think
he
it's
didn't put
indifferent.
he didn't put an O for like.
Victor. Yeah, no, he totally could have done that.
Yeah, he didn't put like 0 for O, which would have been like, okay.
I could have gotten behind that.
Try hard at that point, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Nick, you have Yay.
This might be one of my favorite Valorant names.
Yeah.
Honestly. I really like it. It's just like it's Yay, like Yay,
Yeah.
and like they're pretty chill from what I can tell. But
Yeah, he's very chill.
not like it
Very
has
chill
anything
guy.
to do with this.
Super
This
chill.
is a Pantheon name for me.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
very
wow.
unique, and it's very unique to like Valorant. Like in my opinion, I associate it with the game. Like how with League,
Yeah.
there are like some League players, some League names. You're like, yeah, that's like a League name.
You know what's
Yeah.
cool about this name? If I'm not mistaken, this is the only name on this entire list, maybe in Valorant, that you could visually bisect and the two halves would be the same. They would be symmetrical, right? Oh, well, I guess they wouldn't because it's not a capital A. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
I don't know why.
I just thought I just dropped like some sick ass knowledge. I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, you fucking idiot. That it's a lowercase a. Like, well,
You tried.
I tried and I failed.
All right, Danny,
Much
you're-
like Envious, unfortunately.
it's not their
no.
fault. It's not their fault. Victor had COVID. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. Champions didn't matter. Not a real tournament. No fans. Doesn't
What?
matter. COVID.
Well, we're already
Wait,
starting the
wait,
showstopper
huh?
for next week.
Hold
I see.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Dapper for Danny.
Oh, you get such a good one, Danny. What the hell?
I was gonna say I really like Dapper's name. I like that it's lowercase. I like that it ends in an R and not an ER like Dapper. It's just Dapper.
Yes. Yes.
This is going in great for me. Great player. Overall, great name. I love Dapper.
This could even go in Pantheon. Like I wouldn't even be mad if you said
Yeah.
that. You know.
Yeah,
We're
same.
tuning it down a bit. I have 2 in Pantheon, so
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
3. I need to tune it down.
Chill.
Okay, I got Shazam. I'll put that in great. I'm just putting it right next to Dapper. I think Shazam.
Yeah.
It's a play off his real name. It works really well. Great for call outs and for like big caster moments. Shazam. It rolls off the tongue. For a longer name, it rolls off the tongue really well. Great for like clutch situations or commentators. It's memorable. Don't even hate the big Z because it separates the real name from the personality of Shazam. Like it's great. The only
Z
thing
works.
the only downside that is like people are never gonna put the H there. They're always gonna call him Shazam without not Shaz the extra H. That's the only issue with me. That's why it's not Pantheon. But overall, great ID.
I love it. Yeah, I love it too.
He took his real name and made something like fun
Really
off
cool.
it.
Yeah,
Really
really
cool
cool.
off it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason like, he and FNS and Ye also to a lesser extent have had the same names for years and years and years and years and years, and they're very good. They're very memorable, No need to change. Sick. I think if I remember correctly, I was a little harsh on Sick's name last time. I feel like I've mellowed a bit. I've come around. Maybe that's because I'm just watching more of him. I'm not sure. Although I watched plenty of him when he played CS:GO. I'm gonna stick it in good.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
don't.
fair.
I don't like it as much as Dapper and Shazam. Just to do the
No.
direct comparison. But it is solid. It's just not as memorable.
Well, I think you could see
Yeah.
like 6 in different games, right? Where I feel like Dapper and Shazam are very original. Like they're very like you don't see that very often. Where you see 6
True.
everywhere, right? Where
That's
you're gonna
true.
see it. You're gonna roll into like 26 in League of Legends. You're gonna roll in 26 in any
Oh,
game
yeah.
you play. Where Dapper feels like that's just a very really unique spelling of it, where it's very his own. And Shazam obviously is very his own. So
Man, I feel
think
like Dapper is such a gotta give him so much credit for that name. Like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, how are you sitting there
Yeah.
and came up with that? Like that is
Yeah.
so good. That is such a good name. I really want it in Pantheon, actually.
Yeah, Dapper. And then the R is just Dap than R, and it takes out the excess of the E's, and it just
Just works.
It
One
flows
E.
really well.
It's like what Quick tried to do, but it works. Yeah.
Yeah, but it works.
Oh man,
Hey.
that means that
Nick's got the big
Thames.
boy.
So I've always held an opinion on Tenz's name, and I think it's a great name. I
Oh,
really
yes.
do. I think it's a great name. I almost think like the only reason I wouldn't Pantheon it is because I think if he wasn't such a prolific player, I wouldn't Pantheon it. So I would put it in great. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So
Yeah, it's
that's a great for me.
Sentinel's coming for Cloud9 and Fnatic.
Yeah, 3 greats and 3 greats and a second
And a good.
Well,
They got good names. No,
well,
no
Danny,
question.
you have Zoms, aka Brazil's most wanted.
Shit. Yeah, Zom's got his claim to fame, at Champions, but overall, compared to his teammates, I don't think his name is as great as Dapper, Shazam, and Tens, but I think it's still a pretty good name, so I'm going to put in good next to Sick. I think overall they have good names, but it just doesn't fit as well as Dapper and Tens and Shazam does.
Were you following the Zoms drama, Nick, on Twitter?
Yes, I was.
Did you see the part where he posted a photo of his $500,000 watch to shame an entire region?
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw like the initial thing, and then I saw like use this like thread to flame me.
Yeah, and then he posted a picture of his $500,000 watch saying you.
No way.
Dude,
No way.
wait,
It's $500,000.
No. I looked. He looked. It's $500K.
There's no chance.
No,
chance.
no. There's something you don't know, Colin. That
Okay.
I found out through this drama is that Zom is actually like a top tier like Wall Street bets investor.
Yeah,
he made it big. He made it big investing. So he made a ton of money on the streets.
Oh my God, Zoms is amazing. I had no idea. My admiration for this man just skyrocketed.
He is giga rich. He has you money, which is why he literally telling Brazil, he is so rich that he is just around. So nothing to do with his name, but I just wanted to bring up the story. Is that he had a $500,000 watch.
That's amazing.
He looks like a Power Ranger morpher.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I know exactly what you mean. I'm that old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Giant. Good for you,
Yumpie.
Zombs. Good for you, Zombs. But you can't buy your way to the Pantheon, buddy.
No, you can't.
Yeah, no,
you can't
No,
buy
no,
some
yeah.
things cannot be bought, including top tier rankings.
Yeah. So Yampy, I got Yampy.
You got Yampy. I've noticed that in the broadcast, a lot of people are leaning towards Yumpy.
Yeah, the finish,
because
like
yeah, they're trying to do the Finnish pronunciation justice. Although I will say in CS:GO, no one bothered, and
Yeah.
it was Yampy. So that's
kinda-
what he is in my mind.
I kind of love it.
I
Put it
agree.
great. I love it. Put it great. It's great. It's Yumpy. Like it reminds me of a sheep for some reason. Like Yumpy just reminds me of like sheep or like fluffiness. And he does have fluffy hair, so fits well. Yampy.
It's good for me, but yeah, it's fine.
It's unique. It's unique. You're not gonna. It's very his own. So Yumpy, great.
I think Link with a 1.
Yeah.
I'm a little torn on this, so I'm gonna split the difference and I'm gonna like put him in good. I do think Link is a good name, but like the all capitals kind of tilt me a bit. You know, if he could have done all lowercase, I think I would have liked it better. If he could have done all lowercase with an I think I would have really liked it. And
I
that's
feel
me.
like it's just not super original. It's like
No, you're right.
know?
It's kind of like in the sick category. I feel like you
Yeah,
know,
that
like
makes
a lot of people are named Link. A lot, you know. Not a lot of people are named Navera.
No.
Oh
And-
yeah.
So we'll get to that, and I actually think that this name is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The only thing about it is like, I think it's like a weird case where I think a 1 and like a lowercase n would look really cool, but yeah, it's a good name. It's like weird. It's like one of those names that like a gamer would have, like Navera. You know, I don't know. It's kind of like more MMO like.
Yeah. It sounds like an MMO, like Welcome to Navera, the land where it's like a mystical land, like a World of Warcraft knockoff.
Navera is a land, you know, ruled over by the Dark Dragon Shados, and of course Mizzino and his wizard school are trying to fight them.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, Klaus and the mystical knight John Olsen.
Yeah.
John Olsen is the one guy like you drag to the RPG session, and he's not trying at all. Like he's not giving
plays
it
like a
any
really
effort.
weird bard or something.
Yeah. It's his it's John Olsen and his mage mystic, and they're in their you know their brute Doma. They're fighting the evil
Doma.
The wizard Mizzino.
And they're fighting the evil Medusa and Bozzy.
Yeah, but to get through them, they have to get through Zeppa and Zeta, the Goblin twins.
Yeah,
no.
You know.
that guard the gates.
Oh, Redgar, you can't. He's like a sentinel. He's like a giant ass, like kind of stone guy. You know, you can't get past him. Of course, along the way, you meet the endearable, the lovable little companion of Lammy Snacks. You know, who follows you around.
He's like floating.
Yeah, he's like a little floating, like nondescript thing. Like it's like, what is that? It's I'm Lemmy Snacks. You know.
Oh, Lemmy Snacks! God damn it!
Great name, pantheon name.
All right, you got ScreaM, Danny.
Well,
you gotta separate.
You know
the
what
man.
you have to do. I think.
It's a great name. I like ScreaM. I like the M. I don't normally like the random capitals in the names, but I feel like at the end and at the beginning balances it out really well. And it's such a badass name. Again, it's like, what's your name? Oh, I'm ScreaM. Like,
Are you
God.
sure it's not
Yeah.
Pantheon?
I think it's great. I think it's a great name.
You think it's
Danny.
great?
I think it's
it
a
might be
great name.
Pantheon.
I think it's a great name.
I think the ScreaM the man is Pantheon. ScreaM the
Yeah, he's Pantheon. ScreaM the man. Yeah.
His hair alone is pantheon.
His hair is Pantheon. His one taps are Pantheon. Like, let's go.
All right, I got Soulcast, and I'm putting that right in. Good. put him in good. It's not indifferent. It's not Shadow Realm, but it's good. It's nothing like revolutionary, but I like Soulcast.
I've actually really come around to Soulcast. Like the more that I hear his name said, the more I watch, it's really grown on me, actually, Soulcast. Yeah.
I agree.
Oh man, you get the legend.
Oh my god, how did this work out this way? I get
Every time.
Borkum.
Borkum!
What would Yinsu say? She would say Pantheon.
Borkum, baby!
It's a pantheon name.
Borkum has to.
Borkum.
Borkum can only go 2 places. Literally only 2 places. Pantheon or Shadow Realm. I'm not kidding. It has to go. And for me, he lives among shadows.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
yes,
Borkum,
yes.
no!
I'm so sorry, Borkum. I'm so sorry. Borkum.
Shadow Realm?
I mean, it fits
Yeah.
with him being an Omen player. So
Nice.
Borkum.
Shadows going out.
Okay.
Fuck. Well, Nick, you got. Well, I think you got this. I think you did this dispenser last time as well.
Yeah, I did because I like this name a lot. It's like dispenser, you know, like taking out the trash. Like,
I mean,
dispenser.
Does he dispense justice? Is that
Yeah.
what he does? You know?
No, he like he. You know what? I'm realizing that like that word doesn't actually mean what I think it does.
No.
But you know, it's like, but it sounds like that. It gives off like that essence, you know. Like dispenser is like a tough guy. Dispenser's like when the boss like doesn't have time to deal with it. It's like, all right, dispenser's gonna take care of it.
Spencer, you go.
Yeah.
Spencer,
You're gonna
handle them.
lose. You're gonna lose to Spencer, but you're gonna have a good fight scene. So.
Yeah.
see, but that sounds like a Nickelodeon villain name. Like they couldn't say anything too terrifying, so it had to just be Dispenser. In my opinion.
Yeah,
like a bully from like
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
bully. The bully in school. Like, oh no, the bully became a supervillain. It's
His name is Dispenser.
yeah, his name is Spencer, but it's like, oh man, Spencer turned into a supervillain who throws trash at people. Oh no, Dispenser.
Now.
Dispenser.
It's a good name. It gives
All
It's a
right.
good name.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Try to convince you.
Oh, you
All right.
you get a gem, Danny.
Yeah,
You get an absolute gem.
Legend, dubstep.
The
Dubstep's
best.
a great name. I like, the music's pretty good. Name's pretty good. Putting it next to ScreaM. It
That's
follows the same
insane.
capital D, capital P.
That is
Colin,
absolutely
no,
insane.
You can't. No, you're coming here for your boomer takes, Colin.
Dubstep is
Yeah.
not good music.
No,
First
no,
of all,
Colin, you're we're a bit of a boomers over here, Colin. So like, Danny is a young college man he's out in the parties and the clubs on the weekend, listening to that dubstep, just boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom,
but dubstep is from like
Shuffling or
when
whatever.
I was in university. Dubstep's old. Like
But your
Skrillex and that
dubstep,
shit,
but your
It's-
dubstep was old, Colin. This is new dubstep.
Yeah,
Either
It's
new
old enough
new
to have a
dubstep.
comeback, you know?
Yeah.
Is it? Is this all true? I don't know.
Now
Is this
now
true?
it's cool.
That's cool.
Oh man, I don't love the name, and I really don't like the music.
Yeah, they just
Ugh,
call
I
it
can't believe
like
it's.
future
I
bass.
can't
Wait.
believe it's next to ScreaM. This is.
Yeah. Do you know who
Terrible.
Livio Rodrigo is, Colin?
Yes, I do. I've heard the song.
Yeah, same.
Yes, I do.
It's
I'm
pretty
actually
rad.
I'm so out of touch when it comes to music. Like I have very specific music tastes, and I discover music like through those avenues. But I could not tell you what is on the radio.
Wait,
I just have no hope.
so Dan, you're in college. You're a resident young person at Upcomer.
Of
What
course.
are the kids listening to these days at at college?
I don't know. I feel like Olivia Rodrigo's another one.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You guys
I mean,
listen.
there's so many good artists right now that I feel like a lot of people listening to you. Billie Eilish, Post Malone,
Yeah.
Pass,
a lot of
pass,
rappers
pass,
that I don't know
pass.
any of the names of, but a lot of rappers.
How about those Island Boys, huh? How about
Oh
that?
yeah, Island
Mm.
Boys are so popular.
They're fucking lighting it up, right?
I'm just a bit of an island boy.
Yeah, Tyler's got the impression down.
Champions.
I'm living out an island boy.
Look what Borkum down.
Yeah, we are not cool. Dan, I mean,
No,
Danny
we're
are
not cool. But you know what's cool, in my opinion, and we'll see if you agree, is Jesse Vash.
Oh no!
Jesse Vash.
No!
Jesse Vash.
Spider-Man.
Jesse Vash
Spider-Man.
is going to the great.
It's a rite of passage.
No!
Yes.
Jesse Vash.
His name is Jesse. It sounds like Rash.
No, Jesse Vash,
Dude.
baby. Vash.
Dude, it's a f***ing pro wrestling name. It's
dude,
sick.
dude. Danny, I mean, maybe back in you're a resident young person, but Jesse Vash, like back in our day, Jesse Vash, that's the guy with like a leather jacket. He runs the school. He's putting nerds in the in in the he put in the
Trash
lockers,
cans,
trash cans.
upside down.
He's stealing their clothes during gym class.
The kids who hang out in the stairwell,
Yeah.
they fear Jesse Vash. They
Oh,
hate him. They fucking hate him.
Like Jesse Vash, like right now, like me and Colin's age, like Jesse Vash now, he is, he's
He's up to nothing.
He's up to nothing.
He's up to nothing.
He's smoking cigarettes at McDonald's. Like he's nothing now. But back in high school, Jesse Vash, he was all the ladies, all the men. Every man wanted to be him. Every woman wanted to
sideburns
be with
with everybody else.
Sideburns.
Man.
Oh
Sounds like
man.
he peaked in high
Jesse
school.
I'm pretty sure his Honda Civic too was like lowered and had like underlighting, like
Oh
LEDs
fire,
on the
man.
bottom.
yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Alright,
no, I mean, to be fair, and Danny, our resident young person, bullying isn't good. Like that's not cool anymore.
no.
Being environmentally conscious is cool. So Jesse Vash in Danny's day and age, he would be bullied. Jesse
Oh
Vash.
heck yeah!
Oh, he's
The
smoking.
Lord Honda Civic
You're
smoking.
you're
with their
looting it.
jackets. No.
Oh, I don't like how times have changed. I don't like this at all. This is
I don't
scaring
like
me,
how
guys. This is scaring me. But what is also
too
scaring
good.
me is wits.
Mm.
I Shadow Realm. I don't like this at all. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
I don't
Cheese
like
whiz.
I don't like any of the next several names.
Oh, yeah.
I hate them all.
They're from Brazil, so good
I'm
luck.
okay. I'm so
Oh.
sorry. I love them. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, Brazil.
Ooh, sorry.
All
Brazil.
right. Nick, you're with FRZ.
I am so glad that we're going in order. Can I just say I am so glad that I am not Danny and FRZ for that. You were going in different actually because I don't.
Yeah,
Okay,
know.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, Danny of GTN. They don't really say Zen. They just call him GTN.
No,
also-
and didn't.
Also, his name during Champions was GTN Jesus.
I know, and I loved watching him because of that.
Yeah. It's like, he added a Jesus to his name during Champions. guys.
GTN's Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
No,
actually sick as.
He didn't put Jesus. Yeah. So
I actually like that.
But since the Jesus part is not on this
Yeah.
list, I'm going indifferent.
Okay.
GTN's just, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Sodok.
I have Sawhawk, and I'm just putting it right there in indifferent, boys. Let's just rolling on by.
Indifferent definitely needs to be beefed up. So this
All right,
is good.
Colin, you have Saucy.
Okay, saucy. I wish he spelled it saucy. Frankly, I don't like the Sacy spelling, or Saki. Some people might say.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Yeah, you don't want to say Saki, do you?
No.
He's got to go in indifferent. I don't like this at all.
Oh wow, we're just
Just
Brazil.
filling up indifferent at this point. I'm so sorry, Brazil. I'm so sorry.
Sukas.
Really?
Sukas.
You can also call him Suitcase.
It's suitcase to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's suitcase.
It's-
Nice.
This is a Shadow Realm.
Yeah, get out
It
of here.
has to be.
Man, we just destroyed Vikings. Holy shit, we different all of them, and we shot around their ass. Jesus
It's-
Christ.
Can't do much about it. If your name can also be read as suitcase, then you gotta get a new one.
All right, down
Good
to our
new one.
final two teams. Danny, you start off with Vision Strikers, the Koreans, Buzz.
Buzz. I like
Buzz.
Buzz. Reminds me of Toy Story. It's
Lightyear.
going in good.
That's what it reminds me of too.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
The
but
Z's are okay. If the Z's were not weird, it would probably go in great, but good's where it's sticking for now.
All right, I have King. I remember last time I tried to put him in Pantheon, and everyone's like, that's too generic of a name to be in Pantheon, and I agreed. And I will agree now. It's still great, though. I still think it's a great name. I think King is a great name. And if you're really good, like if you're like a top-tier player, if you're like the best player in the world and your name is King, that's badass, right?
that
So,
would be badass. Yeah,
Like,
that would be badass.
Korea's
in the-
not
in
awesome.
the world where you're a god, like King you have so much brain opportunities. But
oh yeah.
Everyone's a king, right? Like there's kings in every game and every kind of spelling. So I can't put it in Pantheon, but it's still great.
Yeah, agreed. Lakia is I mean, certainly not a terrible name. I think it has to be good for me. I know good's getting kind of fat around the waist, but I mean, it is just a good name, period, in my opinion.
Okay. Is this Mako or Mako?
Mako.
All right, Mako. I feel like Mako is like better for casters, but I think Mako with the capital K, I kind of like it. So I don't know anything about this player, but it goes in good. I think it's just like there's always like a Mako or like the guy from Yu-Gi-Oh with the fish. That's
the fish guy.
Was that his name?
Yeah, it was
Mako. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I was thinking Legend of Korra. I'm too old for.
You too. Oh, yeah.
Too young for Pokemon.
I don't even know what Legend of Korra is.
His name was his Japanese name was Ryoto Kajiki, but his dub name was Mako Tsunami. So,
ooh,
dude, his name was Mako Tsunami.
That's actually super dope.
That's fire. I want to be Mako Tsunami.
That's the Yu-Gi-Oh character, not the Valorant player. His name.
No, I know. Yu-Gi-Oh is turning out to have the best names at this point.
Rex Raptor. That's a.
Dude, Weevil Underwood, please. That's S tier. That is S tier.
All right, so I guess you're left with RB, Danny.
No, just not. We're not even gonna have a discussion. Shadow Realm it. RB.
Oh no, RB.
Oh wow,
nope.
I think that's actually very harsh.
RB.
Nope, RB.
For some reason, it makes
Get
me
out of here.
Arby's, we have
R.I.P. RB.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do the. I'm gonna do the same thing Danny did, but in reverse. And Stacks just goes to the Pantheon. He
No.
will.
Yes, next to Lammy Snags.
No.
Stacks. It's amazing. It's a great name.
No. This is. No.
It's
Leaf, Heat, Stacks, like
yeah, but Heat and Leaf and Vanity, there's just so much better than Stacks.
You can like the calls of like he stacked he killed and stacked them, or like he stacked them all up.
I think I would have agreed if he did CK instead of X.
No,
I don't like
that
makes it
cool.
cool.
Colin, I'm actually with you on this.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Yeah, it's like Magnum for me. It's like, it's like technically cool, if that makes sense, but like it's kind of the delivery doesn't work.
I don't
X
like
makes
it.
gamery.
I don't like it at all. The next one is it Crows or Cruise? Cruise, yeah. You gotta go Shadow Realm. Sorry.
Wow.
There's just
What?
there's no way to tell how it's pronounced, and even now that I know like Cruise, no, like it's indifferent at best, and I'm feeling vengeful because I don't think Stacks belongs in Pantheon, so Cruise will suffer.
All right, Nick,
All
you
right.
get Fox.
Fox.
Oh, God.
All right. Come on. This is Shadow Realm for me.
Okay,
Shadow Realm.
2 for 2. Oh
Yep.
man,
XC,
X.
forget about it.
X10. But Danny now have Patapon.
I love this name. This is
Okay.
great. I also like that he can shorten it to Patty for champions. Yeah, it's going great.
Yeah,
I love Patapon.
Patapon, Patty. Like it's a distinct
It works both
name.
ways.
It's memorable. It fits him. It fits like it's a memorable, like recognizable name. It doesn't
It
look
is
too
memorable.
weird.
It
Like,
is.
and also if you go to like the after party at like a esports event, and you're like, "Hey, I'm Patapon." Like, no one's gonna be like, "You're a weirdo." But if you go up there and you're like, "Hey guys, I'm Borkum," or like, "Hey," or like you're like you're chatting with a girl at after the E3
God.
party, and you're like, "Hey guys,
Oh my god.
I'm Mitch," or "I'm no. It's more like,
Tyler gives me sitting in
"Hey,
embarrassment.
you want my number? I'm cha-la-la-la-la."
With an A, with capital A in the middle of
And
that.
then she's like, cha-la-la, and then you're like, "No, I'm cha-la-la-la." Don't get it right. Don't
Put me in your phone with the extra law. Don't
Yeah.
make sure it's right.
Oh, the A? Capitalize that. Don't.
Let me see it. Let me see your contact.
Yeah. It's just so like she's just trying to text help me.
Help me.
I don't want to be this weird man named Chala. Won't leave me alone.
She's texting Lammy Snacks like, "Yo, get me out of here."
Why we snacks?
Yo, get me out of here.
All right. I have scary.
Ugh.
Indifferent.
The
I
extra
don't- yeah.
S.
I don't
So
know.
unnecessary.
Wow.
Okay.
I like the extra S.
Oh,
It's
I
a-
don't.
Scary.
I just like it.
Scary.
Okay.
Hey girl,
I'm
my
so
name
glad.
is Scary.
So glad I got the
Scary.
last one.
Oh
Oh no.
I'm so glad. Okay.
hell yeah.
We've really like done this team dirty. I mean, not
Yeah.
dirty, but like it's
Oh.
our opinions or whatever. Sushi
Oh.
Boys,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah,
knee slapping name.
The boy is a sushi.
I
Yes,
love it.
yes.
The fact that it's boys is
Yeah.
way funnier.
Yeah.
Like he could have been Sushi Boy, and he's like, "No, it's boys." Like,
Yeah,
so
the boy is
I'm-
sushi.
I'm putting this in great. It rocks.
Yes.
It
It's
rocks.
amazing, man.
Perfect.
Amazing ID.
It is funny names don't normally work on me, but that is actually a really good one.
It's
It's just
also
hilarious.
it was also really funny because he popped off at Champions, so it's like he was like he was railing people, and it's like Sushi Boys is just destroying, and it's like yes, the boys of sushi are alive and well. All right, we are now to the executive order round from 1 to 4, from Danny on out to Nick. We are going to make one final decision on the board. Once that decision is made, nothing else can be changed. So once it's locked in, no one else can change it. Danny, you are up. What is your executive order pick?
Oh, this one's hard. I'm going to actually move Lakia to the Pantheon.
Oh,
Huh.
what?
I love the name.
Pantheon.
It works so well for me. So,
Oh
yep,
my
he's
gosh.
got a big jump.
Damn.
That's a big jump. I don't agree
Wow.
at all.
All right. So I feel like this episode has been pretty positive. We haven't really had any. It's been fun. We've been like role playing, like Dungeons and Dragons and Yu-Gi-Oh, and like I feel like this is like an episode where like I don't want to like tear something down. I want to bring someone the up. So
And Lucky is the first one.
in honor of Island Boy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna bring up Sushi Boy to the Pantheon.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
We're just a bit of Sushi Boys playing some Valorant, and we're gonna kill some people, and we're gonna have some time. So yes, the Pantheon
Damn.
Sushi Boys.
I was loving that song. I'm not even mad at this. Like, yeah, Sushi
Yeah,
Boys rock.
it's a super memorable name. If you see it on a piece of paper, it's gonna be the one. It's out of all of these names, it's gonna stick out. It's memorable. It's like Sushi Boy. Why not Sushi? Like, why is it boys? But then it plays really well. Like in game, you can have a little fun with it in terms of like commentating about it. It doesn't like it sounds like Sushi Boys. Like it rolls with the tongue pretty well. Like it's a Pantheon. Yeah,
Yeah.
the boys of
Good call.
Sushi. Pantheon, baby. This is a positive episode. Everyone's on the up. All right,
Yeah.
Colin. Are you
I-
gonna keep the good times rolling?
I actually am. This is some kind of love
Oh.
fest because not only am I going to keep the good times rolling, like I don't know which way to do that because I got two people I want to switch up right now.
Well, I know one of them. I know one of
One's
them.
a-
You want
One's a big switch, one is like a less like here's my dilemma. Like Dapper should be Pantheon. It's
Yeah.
crazy that he's not. That name is incredible. If I had it, Dapper would be number 1 Pantheon, like one within the one, right?
to?
Oh, wow.
But you already know Bone Cold is
Yeah.
a fire name.
Ah, yeah.
So it needs to be like Great or Pantheon. Oh man, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know
Ooh.
what to do.
As
You
long
know
as
what?
you don't remove Lammy slacks.
No, I'm not. I'm not removing Lammy Snacks. It's really grown on me.
Colin, can I say something that might sway you?
Yes.
When I read the name Dapper, the
Yeah.
only thing I can think of is diaper.
Oh.
Why would you say that to me? Why would you say that to me?
Oh my
You have ruined my whole vibe. I'm not gonna lie, Lexi. I was 60-40 for doing the dapper move. I mean, we just did a documentary on the guy. It was a sick video. He gave us an awesome interview. I love his journey. Like, I'm
Yeah.
super endeared to him
Yeah.
as a person now. And you just
Oh,
Ruined it.
Oh man, it's like when you're dating someone, they're like, oh yeah, like he actually he never washes his hands, and you realize it. And
Oh,
it's like, oh no.
Oh
that would be a
no.
hard no.
It's
for
like,
me.
oh no. If you ever seen them wash their hands, they're like, oh, I haven't, and it just ruins the entire illusion of them. And now all you can think of when you look at Dapper is diaper. That's all you can see now.
Well, my day has been ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. But your ploy worked. We'll take Bone Cold and we will put.
Pantheon his ass.
Okay. Thank you for the support. You gave me the confidence I needed.
Yeah,
You gave me the.
Bone
You really gave me the
Cold!
confidence I
Bone
needed.
Cold!
Bone Cold. It's Bone Cold.
He
My
broke
God.
the Pantheon. He has a chair. And he just hit
Yeah,
Lucky in the head.
It's picture it now. Picture it now. It's Champions Finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It hasn't happened yet, so forgive me. You know, it's Gambit.
Oh,
It's
well, it has
Gambit
happened.
versus.
Well, it has happened at this point when we put this in.
As of the filming, right?
Yeah.
It's. Let's see if I'll take a moonshot here. Like, it's Gambit versus Team Liquid, whatever, right? And can that even happen? Are they in the same side of the bracket?
Yes,
it can happen.
that's probably the most likely final.
Right, exactly. So Gambit versus Team Liquid, you know, they're coming down to the final map. It's down to the wire. That's Bone Cold's music. He's not scheduled to be here tonight. He just comes out. Bone Cold, you know. Sean Garez is going nuts.
My God.
Yinsu throws him the folded chair,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and then he smokes ScreaM. I don't know why that just came to my head. Smokes ScreaM with it. Navarro's like, "Oh my God, what'd you do to my brother?"
My
and
God, COVID protocol's been broken. COVID protocol's been broken. He's not wearing a mask. And he's hitting people with chairs.
someone get security. Where's the security?
My God, someone get Sushi Boys out here to save the day.
Sushi Boys runs out like clotheslines. Bone
What's
Cold.
happening here?
Jesus. Wait, I kind of want to see this now. Can we
Hell
call
yeah.
Riot and make it happen?
Yeah, can we Riot? Like, if you're listening, can we shoot an alternate ending of Champions? Like, we'll script it. We
With
got
this
Like,
scenario, precisely.
yeah, with this out of game finish, basically.
I feel like Lammy Snacks would be like Lammy Snacks is the person that Bone Cold kills. Like Bone Cold comes to the Pantheon and
100%.
kills Lammy Snacks, and it's like my time now, bitch.
Holy fuck, Lampy.
Lammy Snacks. He's just like I'm thinking of this as like a club, and the Pantheon is like the VIP. Like everyone's hanging. Like, you know, you have the cool guys like Leaf and Heat and Vanity and Boaster and FNS just like chilling, and then Bone Cold just comes in and kills Lammy Snacks to just like Lammy Snacks and Sushi Boys are like, we're here because we're funny, and then it's like and Bone Cold's like, I'm here because I kill people because I'm Bone Cold, all caps.
Bitch.
Bitch.
All right. So this wild episode is gonna end a few nicks. So we have gone Pantheon Lakia, Pantheon Sushi Boys, Pantheon Bone Cold. Are we gonna get our first ever four Pantheon executive order where all we do is do good things? Are we only gonna bring people up today, or is Nick gonna end us on a down?
What?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna bring the wholesome train back
yeah.
to the station.
Oh, choo choo!
I think y'all have, you know, we're separating church from state or whatever, but not in the executive order round.
Yeah.
Anything goes. And after hearing that testimony on Redgar, I feel so bad watching it indifferent.
It's miracle!
You know what? He's going up to great.
Oh, yeah! Yay! Redgar's
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Miracle.
My
Redgar
God!
deserves it. He deserves it for sure.
Good for
Yeah,
you,
he does
Redgar.
deserve it. He does.
Well, the rules that we put on this entire thing.
Who
Where's
cares?
Redgar is great. What a great human being. You know what? Oh, can we just put him in Pantheon? He's a Pantheon human being.
Let's just bump him all the way up.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Look under your chairs.
Christmas, Redgar.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thanks, Oprah.
This is our Christmas special, though.
Yeah, this is our Christmas
Oh,
special
well,
at this point.
it
Yeah, it's like
is.
slightly early, but you
Yeah.
know.
Thank you, everyone. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you, Danny, filling in our Valorant specialist. Nick and Colin, as always, is in the OG crew. And thanks to Yinsu, who's out in Champions hosting the event. Just let's give her a round of applause for that shit. That's awesome. I mean,
100%. Doing a
yeah,
great job.
go.
Doing a
I
great
mean,
job.
I mean,
Yep.
it's kind of. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like a
be
step down
fair.
for her. You know, going from top
true.
tier to
The hosting
hosting
champions.
a world championship of Valorant. Kind of
That's true.
cringe. That's kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit of cringe.
Kinda
Like
cringe.
she missed top tier, naming all the IDs to like actually like host the finals. Like
Yeah.
kind of cringe, but she'll be here next time, as will me and probably Nick and everyone else. And
Just
Merry
not
Christmas.
me.
Hey, we never know.
You never
when
know.
Hey, you're our resident young person, Danny, and we ever
Exactly.
need young people. We're gonna
we
be
do.
knocking on your door, some dubstep and some White Claw. So just be ready,
TikTok,
young
maybe?
man.
Who knows?
Oh, when we do our TikTok episode, we know who'll be calling. So
Yeah.
thank you, everyone. It's been a Christmas miracle. Thank you, Redgar. Thank you, Sushi Boys. And thank you, everyone at home. Please put down below who you think the best ID at Champion was. If you have any suggestions on what we should be ranking next, please put them down as well. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We'll be here next time for another special episode of Top Tier